Hi.
Hi.
Hey, Mo.
Hey, mommy.
Let's talk about parenting boundaries.
Okay.
Okay, so when King first arrived, or when you was pregnant with King, did you think of any boundaries that you wanted to create being his mom for the people that would be involved in his life, that would be, helping bring him up and things of that sort? Have you thought of like different boundaries?
Oh my God, what is he doing?
Take this serious.
Yes. You don't want nothing? Okay. Oh, baby calling me. Mother's duties.
Girl.
Never finished.
When you don't know what to say,
No, a mother's job is
just
never
let the baby
done.
distract you.
A mother's job is never done. Clock it.
Yeah.
I've had some, but I don't think they were all like major things. Like, I guess from what you said, from like down to what he eats, and not even.
I mean, we
guess they weren't
already
really like major things because like.
from what he eat, the gentle parenting.
Well, I guess okay. So like for instance, before he was born, it was like, hey, everybody, you can't see him. Everybody, like when he was born, like, hey, everybody take a COVID test, make sure nobody has COVID. That was like an actual requirement, but y'all, I don't think didn't, because it happened so fast. Even though it didn't happen so fast.
So you did. Those are
Don't do that in the camera.
Those are some things you wanted everyone to have COVID tests before seeing him. You wanted people to be masked up when seeing him. Have a mask.
Right.
With
When seeing him,
when
right.
seeing him. So those were certain boundaries when he was a newborn.
Right.
That
You
had
was
like time limits, even though you let people go over those.
Right.
time limits.
Because at that time I was getting overstimulated and had to set boundaries. So that is great. All that stuff be a blur until now we're talking about it. It's not so much a blur.
Right.
And then I guess once he was born, I guess the only thing, well, I guess it was a few things, like don't be kissing him in the mouth.
Have anybody crossed these boundaries? Okay, let's hear the boundaries first, and then I'll ask you if anyone has crossed these boundaries.
I mean, one person is looking at me right now, but you know.
Okay, but let's talk about the boundaries.
Okay, so like no kissing him in the mouth.
No kiss, and I think that's understandable.
Right.
Don't kiss my baby in the mouth.
Right.
But go ahead.
And because he was so young, don't be kissing him in the face. Like his, the little hand parts, head, all of that stuff is fine. Was fine, but
Go get that sugar, grandbaby.
Yeah, Big Paul trying to cross the boundaries, and you gonna let him cross it.
Nah, I need to kiss again. Go back
But
over
go
there to your
ahead.
mom.
so that and what he ate. Well, I guess around. Yay! Good
It's like
job.
you know we're recording.
Good job.
It's not a good job. Cut it out.
Yeah, give me a hug. Oh my goodness, Papa.
Cheer when you're not supposed to.
Yay!
Okay, so
Don't do that again.
Let's talk about that.
I don't
So
want you to hurt yourself.
I know you have some of the boundaries have probably changed because
Right.
as he gets older, you see other things that you might not want people to do, or you might want people to do. So one was kissing in the mouth, certain foods. So did anybody break any of these boundaries? Cross these boundaries?
Yes.
Okay, you want to name any name?
Yes. The first, I wouldn't even call him a victim because he's not a victim. What's the word I'm looking for?
He's the suspect.
Yeah.
You're the suspect.
No.
I'm a sister.
It was Big Paul.
It was
Flat out.
Yeah.
Lawbreaker. Big
Boundary
Paul.
Boundary crosser.
Big Paul. Okay.
I gotta set my own boundaries. You set yours. I got
Big
my
Paul.
boundary with my grandbaby.
No, that's not how that
And,
goes.
and what's funny is Big Paul have always said things like,
You tell your kids what to do when you
"You
get
get
them.
them," and then when you get kids,
Then when you get,
you tell your grandkids what to do when to get them, so he can still have
and
control.
so now that I have a kid, it's like you tell your grandkids what to do. I do what I want with my grandbaby.
Grandbaby.
Okay, I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing with you, grandson.
Hey, son, come
Hey,
here.
grandbaby.
Clap. Clap. Good job.
I swear you, your mama child, want all that
Good job,
attention.
honey.
Yeah.
Okay, Kiki.
Okay, Snuggy Woogie.
Come here.
Okay, so Big Paul did cross some
Come
of
here,
those boundaries. One being
Kissing him early.
he did
On
kiss
the
him pretty
face.
early.
He kissed me in the mouth. I didn't kiss him in the mouth. He kissed me.
I mean, again, although the boundary was crossed,
Okay, has
I'm
Honey ever crossed those boundaries?
honey, I don't know, because you won't tell on yourself.
Ah,
You be
that's the-
blaming King for kissing you in the mouth at
Deja,
times.
you've seen him kissing. I do not just kiss him in the mouth.
Look at him.
First off, because he's breastfeeding. And Big Paul have not seen Deja actually breastfeed. I have. And I just don't want the baby mouth on my mouth. Have it happened? Yes, because he'll kiss me in the mouth because he kissed his mama in the mouth. So when I say give me a
Grandbaby.
kiss, she does.
Grandbaby.
I don't know what episode or which video we gonna get done without this one cutting up.
The whole video. But
No, so I think I might have kissed him one or two times by mistake. It wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna just kiss the baby in the mouth. Even when you didn't want nobody kissing him, I didn't kiss him, and you was like, Mom, go ahead and kiss him.
That's how you
Go
do
ahead and
with your
kiss him.
grandbaby. I'm
And
I
then
do with my grandbaby. We do this with
anyway, but I believe in if
And
a boundary
that
is set, you respect people's boundaries.
Right.
I'm a firm believer
Firm
in that
believer.
because I want you to respect my boundaries.
Right.
And I don't really care if it's kid, if it's husband, if it's what. I don't care who created the boundary. Everybody should have their boundaries and they should be
And I have
respected.
mine.
Respected as such, correct.
Schnuck
Don't tell me what
has
to do with
certain
my
boundaries.
grandbaby. That's a boundary for me. That was a boundary before he
See, look at him.
and it was
before he
not.
graced his planet all the way.
And it was,
We,
That's you?
I created
Is
that
that
boundary.
you?
And right, grandbaby. Then I created that boundary. I said, you cannot tell me what to do with my grandbaby. Boundary. And you tried to cross it. As soon as he got here, you tried to cross it. And so you the first boundary crosser.
Daddy, that's not even a real boundary.
What?
I think Big Paul, he doesn't see the invisible line that's called the
Because
boundary.
it's invisible. That's why you
He
can't
don't-
see it.
He don't see it. He don't
But
respect it.
okay, even still, with all of that, I didn't get upset or anything like that.
Why would
She
you?
did.
No, not with him showing him affection.
Not show him
I'm not
affection.
going to turn my grandbaby away to show me affection and be like,
No.
I do.
And another thing was with food, the ginger snaps.
Ginger
The
snap.
baby was about 2 months old. and
After
Big
you
Paul,
fed him French fries.
I didn't feed him French fries. That was his dad
Okay,
again.
somebody.
Again.
And I know this is quite awkward, hearing a voice in the background and seeing this face because Big Paul, he ain't shaved, he look rough, and he don't want to be on camera.
A
Like,
parent.
boy, you look rough every day.
Boundaries crossed. Talking junk. That's a boundary.
That's a boundary.
Don't talk junk.
I think you're a little excessive. Is it?
Don't start saying words that I don't know what you're trying to say and then say, is it? Say the small words that you understand.
Excessive. It's a bit excessive.
Okay, you saying
For-
a lot?
Right.
Okay.
That daddy is trying
Don't
to
do that.
Go give it to Big Paul. Go give it
Give
to
it to
Big
Big
Paul.
Come here, Boogie.
Oh, he allergic to that.
We gotta pause it.
After that short break
Intermission.
there.
Because Big Paul let the baby fall and the baby fall on the Big Paul knee.
I let-
Somebody got a problem with boundaries.
Come
Dude,
on,
And that's
that's
crazy
why,
to me.
Crazy to me. But so that wasn't an issue. The only thing was with like different foods, and I feel like that was like a big thing for me because he is like, I feel like, not saying that it's nothing wrong with how they raised 7 kids. At the end of the day, that ain't got nothing to do with me. Because I don't know that kid right there. And I'm reliable for that kid, right? Not saying that they would do anything to harm him or anything like that.
I don't know
But we don't know what's wrong. You know, you could have gave the baby ginger snaps and he could have been allergic to cinnamon.
You could have been allergic to grease and salt. You gave him that fry.
I did
But
not.
the thing is, we all know that ginger snaps have a certain amount of spice from the ginger. So the baby shouldn't have never had the ginger.
Baby
Right.
never had no
So,
fry.
Again, that is not me. That was his father. And me and his father had different conversations outside of what you could hear.
I'm just saying. All I know, I saw him on video chewing and choking on the fry. I'm like, they gave him a fry. He eating a little crumb of a little cookie.
Again, that's his parent.
And I didn't offer it to him. He wanted it.
So, again, that was my only thing. And even then, I didn't get upset. It was like, let me explain my point of view.
And that was a boundary I didn't give to him no more, did I? No.
That's
Probably
because
'cause
y'all
you
got
ain't
it.
had-
She's saying she didn't get angry. There was a little tussle there. Y'all did do a little arguing, and I was like, I went to your dad, and I was like, Josh, I said you have to respect her boundary. I said
Like,
she's a new mom. I said, and we have to allow her that space.
And you didn't have to talk like you had to talk me off the
No, you just said you were like, ain't no child of mine gonna tell me what to do. Like, I don't know how to raise it. I got 7 kids. Oh, that's what you
I
went.
didn't say that. I just said I know what to do with a baby. I know I got
Right.
7. I'm
You
basically
did.
a doctor.
He gonna knock that over. You did, but
again,
I
every
know
child is different.
Every
Right.
child is very different, as we
don't
see.
scream.
Huh?
Don't scream. The last video you just screamed. Instead of yes. Instead of just
Okay, so yeah,
Do she know how to talk with that friend?
no.
that's really all that's really all there is to
And I
that.
had to make a boundary for you. No spanking my grandbaby.
You didn't have to make that boundary for me
You
because
always said
I
pop
knew
pop.
I just be saying it just to say it.
I had to set some boundaries for you. Hey, don't yell when you talk to my grandbaby.
Daddy.
Then I had to set them boundaries. Or you break your boundaries every day. You cross those boundaries every day. Yes or
Daddy,
no?
that
You're
is
in the
my
court.
kid.
You're in the court of grandparents now. Did you cross that boundary?
That is
She's
my
still
But I
crossing
set the boundary.
Okay, whatever.
So, do you think it's okay for the grandparents to set boundaries for you and the father concerning our grandbaby?
Negative.
Yeah, that's your mouth.
Cause
Schnooks. Even if it's for
He don't-
even if it's for
He
the
don't
best,
understand.
like you do yell a lot and you do say pop pop and it's just to get his attention. But we don't like that. And another thing we don't like that you do as a parent is all that daggone cursing. Now, granted, I do use my words, but not like you. And yeah, like
So
okay, so here we go.
let's all bring these boundaries.
Let's bring it back. Let's
Let's
bring it
these
back.
boundaries into
so,
place.
but in reality,
But-
we really can't create boundaries for the parents. But we can't. I can't state my expectations and what I expect from you as a mother. You know,
That I
Because-
get that in a respectful manner to where I can receive it.
you're right, and that's what I always.
So
try to do.
I'm not saying that there's not areas that I may need some light on
right.
that you may be able to give
Maybe.
me. No, I'm saying that
She got 7 children.
depending on what it is, she may want to do that. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
Maybe. Like, cause some
You
stuff
right.
she may say, "Oh, that girl."
We said we weren't gonna be those old parents.
No, she over there letting that baby eat crayon. Should I say something or not? She can choose to. So I'm just saying. That's why I was saying that. But no, so when she give me her advice on what, I don't just be like, "Oh no," because he's my. No, I take her advice
That's
on
how you
it.
do to me though.
But and a lot of times I
Because
try not
it's
to.
a lot of stuff that I don't know. I'm just winging it and trying to make sure the baby stays safe
That's right.
Right.
and doing what's
And you're
best
doing
for
a great
him.
job.
No, don't stop it.
And a lot of times I try not to say too much or give my opinion too much because, to be honest, with me having 7 kids, nobody was telling us what to do.
Right.
And I don't know if we would have listened to that degree because we was trying to figure it out on our own.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how we
But
did
the
become those parents.
I get that.
You know
but
what I'm saying?
still open to.
Right, you are.
I'm still open to what you have to say. And I can say if that's going to work for me, if that's not going to work for me, and things like that.
Right.
So I'm still not going to disregard or make you feel like you're not validate what you say. I'm going to still listen to what you have to say and then choose on if I want to take that advice or not.
Right.
So I don't have a problem with that.
You know, and the old saying is, you know, it takes a village to raise
Right.
a child.
I agree.
You know, even though I get a little iffy with the word raise because he's not cattle. He's not, you know, we're bringing
To
him
bring
up.
up.
We're bringing him up.
It takes a village to bring up a king.
But it takes all of us, you know,
Come on.
to get the schnooks.
Conclusion. Without making it too long and drawn out, I appreciate y'all for the advice the advice you do give me. Daddy, I wouldn't say he give me advice on anything. Because he don't. He just tell me to stop yelling at his grandbaby.
That's advice. That's a warning anyway.
I'm not
That's
there
a
yet.
warning.
But mommy be telling me stuff, and I guess that's because
Right.
we talk all the time.
Exactly.
So, you know,
I
it's
give
not,
you warnings.
And you know, to be fair,
King
it's
E.
a lot of things that I don't know that I probably should have known that you bring to my attention because you have taught me a whole lot. You know, her being a new mom, she have really taught me a lot, and it has opened me up in ways. So I appreciate you because bringing him up in a new way is, you know, it shows it shows a certain level of growth. We do a lot of researching, and I didn't research bringing up my kids. But she causes me to research. Let's look this up. Let's see what they're saying about this. Let's see how parents did this, and let's see how we can include this. You know, for the embetterment of our king.
Yes.
So, yeah.
So I 100% agree. So I really do appreciate y'all because
Same here.
I feel like we're
you
getting
know.
somewhere.
Yeah. I don't know where we're getting with this one right here, because this one is showing a lot of
King,
Yeah.
the thing about King is he listen, he just don't obey. Okay?
He
so
don't
like I
listen,
seen this
and
post.
we definitely judge.
So I seen this
Yeah.
post the other day that said, he just pulling on it trying to get it out. I seen it,
Yeah.
give it to mommy. I seen a post the other day that said, I really look at my son and say, wow, you just don't listen.
Right, I saw that on your Instagram, and I was like, wow, he don't.
And I said, King, definitely listen. He hear you. He understands what you're saying.
But he
Hey,
don't
buddy.
listen. Look at him.
King,
Look
come
at him.
here.
He understands what you're saying.
Come here.
Hey, you got.
Come get some
I
water.
just love when you do this stuff.
It's so funny. But he listen. He understands exactly what
He
you're saying.
understand, but he don't. He
He
listen.
don't obey to the stuff that we're asking of him, and that is the crazy part. But
And he's gonna
he's
get
gonna
there.
get. I feel like he'll get better with time.
And I know people probably like, hold on, he's just one. No, he's not your normal 1 year old.
Not your normal.
Y'all know these
1-year-old.
kids are already different, but he's
It's new
even
age
more.
anyway. They
He's
different.
even more different, like this. Your normal 1 year old, like this, for instance. Smile, King. Smile. You see, he's smiling when you tell the baby to smile, King. Then he do
You
that.
wanna flip. Get your flip
The
on.
boy been flipping since he was a month. But he's not your normal. You tell him to do something, he normally does it if it's something he wants to do. So to say, oh, he's just one, y'all trying to tell him to do something, yeah, we are.
Actually understands.
Right? Like, where's your head? Touch your head. Your head. Yeah.
Good job.
Snuggie. Now touch your ear. Say, honey, I'm not Michael Jackson. You're not bringing me down for the crowd to see. Say, we're not doing that, honey. Say, we're not doing it. But that was just to show that he does understand. So even when we telling him that he
All right, have Big Paw wipe your
not
nose.
to
That's a
do
lot.
this, not to touch that, he'll bust out and start crying because he knows exactly what you're telling him to leave alone and not to do.
And then he'll run and do it faster before you
Get there. So we know that he knows. But anyway, so yeah.
But yeah, anyway, This was good.
was
I
good.
like this.
Boundaries are good. Sometimes they get crossed, not in a negative way.
They don't get crossed
They can
unless
get crossed in a
unless
positive
they're
way.
being crossed by Big
Like
Paw.
right now, Big Paw trying to wipe his nose
Come
and
here,
he
Booger.
kept going like this
Come
and
on.
ran before Big Paw
Come
could
on.
get him.
They don't get crossed unless you infringe upon my rights as a grandparent.
Okay, he still needs help, but
Come
regardless
on,
of the
Booger.
fact, he's gonna respect the boundaries.
Grandbaby.
We're not even worried about that.
Right.
Grandbaby.
Anyway, it was great talking with y'all. Comment down below some of y'all boundaries that were like a no-go for y'all and what you just was not having.
And how did you
Raising
feel?
your kids as
if
a
somebody
mom
did?
or grandma, even a grandpa, because some
Right.
of y'all got you know, some of the grandpas be out here helping as well.
Yeah.
Comment down below what were some do's and don'ts for y'all when hug. What was some do's and don'ts for y'all when y'all were raising your kids, as you're raising your kids? And let us know down below.
Right.
We would love to hear from y'all. It was great talking to y'all once again.
It was.
We will talk to y'all
in the next one. Bye bye.